Alright, should be live.
When the warm winds blow from the sea to the south of Adrestia, residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The
Gotta
ivory
adjust my
buds
mic,
are
hold
woven
on.
into
There
garlands
we go.
and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
Alright, don't know if we covered that at the end of the last stream, but I wanted to make sure that that went off. I am going to be here for a long time today. I want to make some serious progress in this game. I've been trying to limit myself on my personal files, so I don't want to go too far ahead of anything. And so I have been playing both houses a little bit. And I gotta say, for the most part, I'm really both of the other two houses. I'm really liking our choices for the stream because we get some fun characters, and of course Claude is just the best. I do have to limit my talking today. I've already hurt my throat from the last couple, as well as what has been going on in between. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to let all the cutscenes and all the voice acting and all that stuff play out as it intends to, because I need to limit how much of my voice I'm throwing into this, because God, it hurts to talk. But also, like I said, I'm going to be here for a long time. I have brought things and setup options to really stick it in here for a while. Possibly might have to break it up into 2 parts. If I have to go make another resource run. But yeah, let's jump into the game. Alright, so we got 2,000 gold. Alright, about 4 grand. That's some pretty good starting funds.
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
Yeah, who is Lord Lonato?
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Lonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been suppressed.
Even so, I would like for your class to travel with the Knights' rear guard to deal with the aftermath.
War zones are unpredictable. We do not expect you will have cause to battle, but be prepared for the worst.
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
This is Catherine. She will be leading the Knights whom you will be accompanying.
Nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you. If you need anything, just ask.
She is one of our bravest Knights, and that is no small feat. Only an exceptional few have what it takes to join the Knights of Seros. This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
I really have mixed feelings about Catherine. She seems a little over-enthusiastic sometimes for what she does. But also kind of puts a nice look on it. Alright, let's send some flowers to Sylvain. And now we have to make a decision. I think we're gonna... This is the first of this month. And every time it's the first of a month, I like to explore. And then I make my decisions of what to do kind of after that. So, we are going to start off with a little bit more of that running around the monastery. Ah, that's right, I can recruit other students, which is a nice way to... Oh.
You have spent quite some time in here, engaging in such idle chatter.
Well, it's a whole
know that
side
we
part
have
of the
not a
game,
moment
so if
left
this...
to waste? You must
yeah, we'll
try
go with that.
harder from now on.
It's a good way to engage with the other students so that you can increase your chances to recruit them, as long as you fight alongside them when you recruit them for the upcoming mission. Alright, need to check all of these rooms, because, yeah, sometimes there are things in here. Oh, we're so close. I bet once we take the flowers we've been growing out of there, That'll put us over the gap. Bernadetta.
Huh? Is someone there? What do you want?
I actually really like Bernadetta. Her role, I have her, and the other one I'm aiming towards is the Bow Knight. She does pretty good at it. But I think we'll hold off. We'll see if we can find somebody else that we can recruit. Because I don't want to pick characters that I've focused on in my personal one, so I can experience more characters. Man, I'm sorry about that, guys. Wasn't coughing beforehand, and now, of course, I started streaming, and so my body's going to be like, hey, let's start shutting down on you. Alright.
Hey, Professor.
Raphael,
do
I
you happen to have any
really
food on you?
like him
I'm
as a
starving.
unit.
No matter how much I eat before I train, I'm always so hungry after. My muscles must be going
But
through
as a
growth
character,
spurt.
he's kind of down the middle. Really?
Why isn't there any...
Wait, is he... Oh, maybe I can't give gifts yet. Maybe I'm not at that part of
This flower is one that is eating insects. Is that factual too? I am wondering who watches over the plants in Fodlan.
Not sure who's watching the plants. I know we have a couple of students who are big into it.
If the flowers within the greenhouse are removed, they will soon wilt and wither. Is that not so, Professor? I feel I can empathize with them. The flowers that thrive despite their environment, are truly inspiring, are they not?
Well, I mean, the ones in here, you pick the right season, they'd be just fine. But for the most part, yeah, a lot of them, especially if it was in the middle of winter, die right off. Let's harvest our flowers. Got a couple of gifts to give when we finally get to that stage. But the bigger deal is that professor level up. More activity points is always nice to have. Let's see. Let's go with the Fodlan seeds. No. Let's go with the flowers. I really like growing the flowers because I pretty much always get gifts to give with that, and I don't know if I do with the other stuff. And pour as much into that as we can. Because for how much you get from it,
Maybe.
the cost for how to care for them is like, doesn't even matter. What do you got, Dretza?
I desired fresh air.
It's not really
True.
like you.
I have a favor to ask.
Man, you have nothing to say about you, do you? There is solitude on the battlefield, but there are limits to what one can achieve alone. To be stronger, more efficient, visit the Battalion Guild. Yeah, I can do that. Because that's where we're going to be able to buy units to fight alongside us. Which is kind of this one's big gimmick mechanic. And I actually really like it. It works out really well in the game. And it's super helpful for dealing with some
Professor,
some
your
problem
clothes
enemies.
are a bit dirty. If you don't pay attention to your hygiene, the girls won't like you. I hate when my clothes get dirty. That's one of the many reasons I find it best to train as little as possible.
Hey!
Alright, so let's
What do you
engage
require?
with the battalion group here. Do we have any right now? Oh, we kind of do. But what can we hire as well? Geralt's Mercenaries is just a decent one to stick with for a while. But who do we have that I'm going to want? Alright. This character we're going to need to put a few points of leadership into, I think. Because she would do really well with... Oh, never mind. We can put her with one of the magic cores. I know there are some better ones. But, yeah, we'll
you
go with
want to
that.
hire this
Anything to
battalion?
help her increase her magical damage output.
We're here to support you.
Right. So I guess that's where we want to be with that character. Now, Hilda's going to be kind of like my fighter route, so anything to help with the physical attack would be good here. Does she already have some? Oh, she has the Ceros Mercenaries. I don't need to put any more on her. And Ignatz. He's going to be an oddball. He starts with some sword and bows. And so maybe a bow knight would be the way to take this character. Whereas she is going to just want to be hardcore cavalry. Can we afford a cavalry unit for her? No, and they don't really have the leadership potential for that. So I think we'll call it good there.
At the Battalion Guild, you can meet battalions that aren't affiliated with the Church of Ceros. We're allowed naturally. Battalions will lose endurance as they fight. You can replace.
Alright, so they're telling us about how to work with them, and I'm willing to bet if you were to play this game on like one of the harder difficulties, balancing the supporting units like that would be crucial to your overall survival in the game, because they have such a mechanical advantage that I can totally see it just being the thing to do to not just have a team wipe.
Oh, hello, Professor. Was there something you needed?
No, not really. Came here to see the horses.
You like horses? I like them too. They're such kind creatures.
There's a friend of the family moved all the way down to Texas that has been raising horses for the past couple of years. Love seeing pictures of them. I don't think it's the kind of thing I could ever see myself caring for. It's way too involved. But they are fantastic animals to look at as they just roam the field. All right, Dimitri, what you got going on?
Fargus lost its king.
Didn't mean to turn around from you, but okay.
It is likely that Lord Lenato's provocations are related. How frustrating that I am too young to take the throne, rendered powerless by age. If the throne is vacant much longer, the kingdom will fall to ruin.
Well, you know, there have been young royalty in the real world, so I don't know, balls up and do it, boy.
Best be on your guard.
I want to recruit you, but you're like dedicated to the house that he's in. He's just a big friendly guy, and I love it. Alright, I want to make sure we have all of the fast travel options we have, which is why I'm running around on foot.
To protect
I kind of do.
folk, not to endanger them by rallying armies in such a feckless and improper manner. Abuse of that kind is no better than slavery. A proper noble must guard the people from such a fate, wouldn't you say?
I agree, but also we are kind of in an era that
precisely why
promotes the other
is well
side.
Respected.
I'm going to agree, but you know, a massive, quick change is always met with some serious pushback. So, small incremental, my bad, changes to
We are truly blessed
the
with
way
how
things
fertile
go,
the
I think is
monastery
a
grounds
better
are.
way to go about
Every
it.
day, there's something new to harvest.
And I only half heard what he was saying. You're not part of my household, and I would like you to be.
I've actually got plans.
I mean, I don't really need you in my house
We
per
are
se. I'd much rather... Yeah, there we go. The mission assistance is what I was looking for.
Yes.
There we go. I think she's another, like, cavalry-heavy unit, and being able to have high mobility on the battlefield is really nice to have. Because I think right now a lot of our units are foot units. Bow, range attacks, a lot of the ability to just kind of poke things from a distance. What do we have here?
What's going to happen to Lenato? If he's killed, I don't know how I'll live with that.
Yeah, not a good thing to be aiming towards, but yeah. Alright, we have anybody else in here? Yes. Wrapping around. Where the... Oh, I overshot it. There it is. I think it was telling me that she's out this way.
Yeah. Listen. Professor. It would seem that a minor lord in Fargus is raising an army. This poses a threat, obviously, but not one for the kingdom, for the church. I mean, Fargus doesn't even have a king at present. There's something unsettling about this army. You had better ensure we're fully prepared.
I don't know. It almost seems more like the army is made of people who are just unsatisfied with the deal they're getting on things, and you know, when you pretty much say, nope, that's the way it is, and you don't get to have a say in the matter, you take away their ability to deal with it through other means.
Are you going to fight alongside the
War's
Knights
what
of
happens.
Saros? Let me know if you meet anyone I might be interested in, okay?
Sure. We're just gonna leave that one where it's at. A leather bow. It seems something Claude would own. Alright. So we are picking up lost items now, which is gonna be a thing for a while.
About Lord Lonato. They say he's a very kind and gentle lord. Why would such a kind man suddenly raise an army?
There are
Professor,
countless
you were
reasons.
working late last night, weren't you? You shouldn't overdo it. A ghost might rise up from the well to get you if you stay up too late. Or so I'm told.
No. They come out of VHS tapes.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Those who struggle with private concerns will sometimes visit the cathedral for guidance. If you have the time, why not offer your keen insight, Professor? Yeah. That's a good way to, I think,
To be
build
honest,
some
I felt a bit lost here at the
companionship
monastery.
with people.
At a loss for what to do. Thankfully, a sweet young girl reached out and offered her help. I believe she's Sedith's little sister.
Flan, or Flan, however you pronounce her name.
Hello.
So now we're going to head back to the cathedral before we start doing all of our teleporty jumping around. Yeah? There it goes. That was a little strange. Yeah, let's see what we have in the advice box. I hate that this is timed, because some of them, for the most part, they're really easy and there's like a straightforward answer. Some of them, I have to take time to read, and then it's like, you're down to like 15 seconds. So, they kind of put the pressure on. I typically decorate with red roses when I host a tea party, but lately I am considering the virtues of variety. Do you have any thoughts about the flowers I might try? White lilies are pleasant and calming. Baby's breath could pair well with tea. I'm a fan of white lilies, so we're gonna go with that. Alright, and it seems like he didn't hate that answer.
Thank you so much for your help.
There gonna be any more of those? No more notes. Alright. And we got a few more missions to pick up over here. I want to clear these out because you get some goodies from it. Of course, Gerald lost his wooden flask. Dad, what you doing? Can't be drinking in front of the students.
So many breathtaking works of art. I feel like I'm living in a museum. Each piece can teach us about styles and techniques from 1,000 years ago.
So Ignatz likes art. So we will
yes, very much.
Make note of that.
I'm from a family of merchants, so I've been able to see a lot of art.
Who else do we have in this room particularly?
Pointing a sword at the Holy Church of Saros is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself.
Look,
meting out appropriate punishment to the sinful. It is a sacred duty with which we have been entrusted. As a member of the church yourself, I hope that you will take that to heart.
I get where you're coming from, but we live in a JRPG heavy world. If there's something like a goddess, she needs to be heavily well equipped to fight battles herself as well. So, sure, but there's a but to that.
Way. Did you hear? There's news of someone in the kingdom raising an army. The kingdom, the empire, the
How could I
alliance.
not hear? It's what everybody's talking
They
about.
love a good war, don't they? Spilling the blood of young men and women. And for what? Just to enjoy the horror of it? Would you be so kind as to do me a favor?
It's extremely important that professors tend to their own studies as well. If you agree, I'd be more than happy to share my knowledge. Wait, is this where I can... Yes, okay, so the other teachers can actually train me in other skills. I don't really need much for melee skills, because I think I can build those up pretty easily myself. But not every class can use magic, and so this was a good way in the other one I'm playing for me to build up my various magical skills for when I want to switch over to a magic class.
Practice yields results.
I simply must thank you,
It's
Professor.
fun to learn like this, even as adults. How about we get the others to join up as well? I'm sure they'll be elated to participate. It's just a good way to make sure the other skills that you have interest in don't fall behind. Because your students get like a weekly chance to build all their other skills as well, but you have to do it on your own time.
Castle Gaspar, eh? I've been there once before, many years ago. It was by request of the son of that family. Christoph, I think it was.
Christoph, is that anybody we would wind up meeting?
I have a request.
Hey, it seems I've lost something. When you have a minute, can you help me look for it? Let me guess.
Thanks for your help.
Yep, already got it. It was this flask. That was helpful. Feels good, doesn't it? If you come across any more lost items, be sure to find their owner right away. Yeah, but when can I give gifts? I've already got a few. Oh, that's what we're getting at right now.
Castle
Can I
it
give
was by
you any
request of the
gifts?
son of it.
No, I cannot. Alright, but we do have a few, and so we have to pick who we are going to give them to. And really, there's only one option. Where you at, Claude? I want to build up the companionship there as quick as possible, because I want to see everything you've got to go. The charisma on this boy is just dripping everywhere. As far as Fire Emblem characters go, at least. There you are.
First that bandit business, and now a noble rebellion? Are we ever gonna do anything but find and subdue people? Well, if we're just going to tie up loose ends, at least it'll be pretty safe. I don't mind stretching my legs for this one. And if Catherine's going too, there's a good chance we'll get a look at her relic in action.
Are we ever going to do anything besides find and subdue people? Welcome to the Crusades? Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, we have one of his lost items. We know that that's going to be his. And we don't know who the others are, so we'll have to walk around and guess and maybe just run through the
You
list.
found it, Teach. I've been looking everywhere. Whew, thanks a million.
Alright, and what gifts do we have? You're probably not going to be interested in the bear. Well, we can give you some flowers.
Oh. Oh.
Just to raise that a little bit. I don't know if he's going to have any interest in whetstones.
Oh.
Alright. Nothing major. There we go. There's a few gifts there. And who else do we have? I did like Ferdinand, and I would like to recruit him. So let's see if we can find Ferdinand and make that happen. I don't know if it's even going to be possible. Some characters, they make you work really hard just to even be able to get to the point of giving them gifts, and some, I think, are just unable
I heard about your
to be
class's
recruited.
assignment, by the way.
I think.
Good luck subduing those treasonous nobles.
Yeah, there we go. So, can I give you the riding boots?
Exactly what I hoped for.
Yeah, I figured as much. You're all a big fan of being the knightly good guy.
What a kind gift.
And also, what
Oh,
do you...
Professor, here to recruit me, I presume?
Yeah, what do you have that you want to learn about?
The eldest son of House Ire will not...
So he likes dex and heavy armor. I'm going to be hurting on learning heavy armor skills. But the dex I can match up on. Maybe I can just find a minimum threshold for the heavy armor by getting him to like us as a professor on our own. Alright, and I think that is really everything of note here. So let's go to the dining hall. Have some meals with some people. Also pick up a few of the lost items that we missed. And some tea. Alright. Can we cook with people yet? Right, so who are some of the other people that we're going to want to be able to recruit? Manuel is a good healer, but don't really want to focus on that right now. Let's cook with Claude. And we'll make some immortality stew, helping everybody get a little bit more defense, which will help for our squishy
we can't
young
blaze ahead
ones.
if we let the status quo confine us. Let's try coloring outside the lines, only with food. This combination of ingredients is creative, right? Now I just need to cut them to the proper sizes. Of course.
There we go. We can all take a little bit better beating now. And I don't think there's anything else that I can really do. Oh, wait. We do have an interaction with someone here that we can go take care of. 'Cause I think we can only do that while walking around.
Teach.
Absolutely. Start of the month, perfect time.
Hey, Teach. I see you're as stony-faced as usual. I can't tell if you're feeling resigned or if you're just lost in thought. Or maybe you simply don't care about anything that's going on. Oh, sorry. I really didn't mean to be rude. I just find you fascinating. Actually, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Can you spare some time?
Absolutely. We already spared some time to
That's
meet
just the sort
here.
of attitude I'd expect from a new teacher. Speaking of, before you came here, you were a mercenary, right? Always getting your hands dirty on the battlefield and whatnot? It's a bit unusual that you suddenly decided to become a teacher one day. In any case, I've been meaning to ask, did your father teach you how to fight?
I mean, who else would?
I figured. Your father used to lead the knights, didn't he? And I hear he was a legendary mercenary as well. It must have been hard on your mother when you followed in your father's footsteps and became a mercenary too.
Yeah, about that whole mother thing.
I see. I suppose you grew up moving from battlefield to battlefield with your father then. You know, for someone who's right around the same age as me, you certainly have an unusual amount of composure. I guess it's only natural that you'd be different from young nobles who grew up in the lap of luxury.
Again, about that age thing. It seems to be a bit of a running gag that our character doesn't even know how old he is.
Well, even so, I am heir to House Regan, the leading family of the Alliance. But I didn't exactly grow up in luxury like most people of noble blood. Hey, maybe that's why you and I get along so well. Folks like us should stick together. As house leader, I'll do all I can to help you out. We can start by making time for more little chats like this.
Yeah, that's a good place to start. Also, the lack of value in whether or not somebody's noble is part of what I absolutely adore about this house. Right, so I think we're good to wrap up the day. Alright, now I think we already went through and worked on some people's goals. I want Claude to get up to at least like a C in the leadership scale, so that we can start giving him some better units. And really, I should do that with a lot of people that I'm wanting to use a lot of. I think we went through this mostly. I don't think she needs to work on her leadership that much anymore now that she has a unit that works for her. So we are going to focus on continuing with reason, but there is a a magic user that can get on horseback. And I want to work towards that, so we're going to need that riding skill. Hilda right now is a bit of an oddball for me. I had a certain view of where she's going, but I don't know if it's a class she can get, so we're going to stick with that for now. Lance and a bow. It's a good one to go with. Right, I think everybody's pretty good for where they're at. So, our group tasks. I had mentioned I wanted to put her on horseback as well, so let's change this up a little bit. Claude, because I think I want him to be a bow knight. It just seems to fit for him. And which of these do I want to go with? We'll go with Lysithea for now. There we go. And let's get you... Oh! So you could also use the axe really effectively. Let's get you on those horses and leadership, though.
Let's do this again. That was easy.
There we go. That's a good start with the horseback riding.
I could get used to this.
And like the bow is just going to be natural for you. There's going to be no issue with you learning how to use a bow. But where do I see it going in the future? I'm still lost on where I want to take Claude.
I learned
Hilda. Hilda's a good one to go with right now. She could get better with that sword.
I'm glad I put in some effort. For once.
Alright, and that'll close the gap there. She can now do some good sword stuff.
Yeah, getting the hang of it.
I don't know if she's gonna need heavy armor, but she has the potential for it, so let's go with that as well. I'm gonna want to get some heavy armor skills myself. Not much, but just enough to hopefully hit a minimum standard. And Ignatz. Ignatz? I don't know. Taking a guess at the name. Let's go with some more leadership skills. Round these up. Because the quicker I can put some units under these guys, the better.
I'll keep... I can't...
Everybody needs a certain
It's fun
level
when you know what you're doing.
of leadership skills. It's part of what you go to school to learn. More like the social side of it.
I gotta ask you something.
I just want to eat meat and fish, but everyone in the dining hall says I gotta eat vegetables too. I'm never gonna get full up on some leaves. Look, I'm with you on the meat thing, okay? Meat and fish, main part of a diet right there for me. I consider myself a bit of a carnivore. But the veggies, man, they're needed. They're needed, and you can find some really tasty ones.
Makes sense to me.
Professor.
Faith and riding, and you want to focus on exclusively faith. Nope, we're going to work on the diversity here. Lorenz's birthday.
Thank you.
Trying to remember who these characters are by name. I still don't know a lot of them.
Let's make it quick.
We'll manage.
Alright, hopefully you guys were able to pull
Can't
that
argue
off.
with results, can you?
Can't argue with those results, no. Never. There's some nice skill ups to wrap up the session with. Right, so now we have to make a decision. I don't think there's really any battles that we need to go take care of, but it will be a great way for us to increase our skill set. I don't want to do that this time, so I think we'll have a seminar. Who is teaching what? Oh, is anybody able to teach heavy armor? Because that would be great. Right, I want to work on the magic, so we'll have to pick one of these. I think our character naturally has a disposition towards the faith magic, and our character being able to heal as a helpful unit is pretty great. There's also some good damaging magic, so we're gonna go with Hanneman. I'm probably gonna regret that because I forgot we're playing on permadeath, so healing people is essential. Probably should have gone with the other one.
Now I see the heart of it.
Alright, reason level 2. I mean, both were good options. I just think maybe I should have switched my order around. Right, I don't think there's anything I can really change here for what I want to focus on, so we'll just let it happen.
Got a grasp on this. Professor.
Reason and writing. And once again, you want to just focus on one. Nah. You gotta learn a little bit of both. Diversify your portfolio, lady. Alright, well enough. A little bit of success. And a lot of skills going up.
Experience is everything.
Now I see the heart of it.
Guess I'm still growing.
I think I've got the hang of it.
There we go. Alright, so we'll close that up. And now I've really got to... Oh, Edelgard's birthday?
Thank you.
She's one of the other house leaders. Alright, I think we'll go for the battle this time. These ones that have no cost, it seems, can be taken multiple times. They will change up, usually, between the two. So you don't have to have the same mission over and over again, which is great. But it's a great place for me to build up a lot of experience. Especially if I want to end up on that one, because I think that's what I'm going to do. It's a great way to build up cash. It's a great way to have everybody build up some levels. And I need people to be as strong as they possibly can, so we're going to do a few of these. I'm going to try to work through it quickly, but I mean, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of the game. This is what a strategy RPG is kind of built upon. So, time to get some of the classic gameplay down. Whoops, forgot to go through with the saving. Too busy listening to myself talk to a wall. Alright, is there going to be any story to this one? I don't think so. Yeah, okay, there we go. So who are we bringing with us? We'll go in, we'll bring Claude, and really we can bring everybody, so why would we not? Oh, but we might be... Are we? Yeah, we are divided in groups here. That's less wanted.
Ready.
Alright, Ingrid. You can take the up front here, because I think you're more equipped for that. Just like Raphael probably should have been over this way. That's not quite the way I'd want to see that go.
Ready anytime.
Let's drop you here, and we'll put our healer behind you. Now to focus on where everybody that probably should have been over here with them is going to wind up sitting.
Who, me?
Do we want to use the sword? I mean, the axe has a disadvantage, so go with it.
Leave it to me.
Hopefully the magic will have a better chance of hitting. A lot better chance.
I don't have time for failure.
None of us have time for failure.
Ready
Alright,
and
got
willing.
the axe, but the axe is not going to do the job. but then they get to follow it for free, and that's even worse. Oh, but I messed up, and Lysithea is right in the way of... Oh, jeez. That could be a lot worse than I ever intended. Alright, maybe we can end it with a... Not even close. Not even close.
Stay focused.
Oh, jeez. Game, stop. Oh, boy. Well, let's see if our sword will do some damage. We need to take at least one of these guys down. Otherwise, we are in for way too much hurt that I improperly prepared for.
Let's get to it.
Oh, but can you just end that with a basic shot? Not liking your chances to hit, lady. Gonna have to go with that.
Another one down.
Right now, we're right at that level gap where we're kind of like perfectly set for where our level should be to handle this. I just have to make better decisions. Oof. Glad we have our healer right by there. But that means this guy is really going to be hurt. Mages don't like getting in the hitting... Wow, I'm tongue-tied. They don't like getting hit in the face with swords.
I'm all sweaty. Don't expect much more than that.
Alright, level up that battalion. Everybody's getting some good experience. And when Claude landed that shot, which, I mean, he was under the threshold of even 50-50. That was pretty clutch. Alright, let's back off and hit this guy with the bow. I think we can end him here.
Sorry, but victory is mine. Progress suits me well.
Alright, now, the archer is not going to be able to hit up close, I don't think, yet. There is a skill that lets you do that, but I doubt they'd have it already. So we're going to get up close and try dealing with him that way. Can you close the gap? Not quite, but yeah, the bow and arrow is going to do enough before they can retaliate.
How do you like that? Gotta keep...
And I don't think we're going to get close enough to lure him any closer to us. But that's a good setup there. And Marianne, you can heal up the wounded. Be very heavily wounded. I don't know if they actually get experience, so... I'm also not liking their damage output. Luckily, you guys aren't able to close the gap because he won't be able to drop him next turn anyways.
I stand ready.
Ren's back off a little bit. I'm not looking for you to be the closer. But we need to get our beefy boy a bit closer.
Who knew?
He needs to take the hits instead of you guys. And I love those gauntlets. I actually started using those in some of my other files. And they are really good. The amount of times that you can hit, and the fact that you can kind of do a 1-2 before they even get to attack you. Really nice. Ingrid, I am sorry that you are put in that position. I really hope I gave you a vulnerary. I really hope I did. Let's see. I hope you can take a shot at one of these guys.
I actually won. It's hard.
All right.
I'll do my
Please
best.
tell me you have a vulnerary. Yes. Okay. So we will heal you like normal. Follow up with the Vulnerary, because the fact that you don't gain experience is a little worrisome, because that means you don't get to get stronger to deal with the force staring you down right now. You're still unable to be targeted, so I don't need to worry about healing you. And guys, get down here. Get down here so that we can beat you to death with our weapons. Yeah, we'll move just a little bit closer. Don't wrap around. We have enough to deal with over there. Nice dodge, though.
I'm good at training.
Look, some extra health, always nice to see. Can we use any magic yet? I don't think we have any.
This topic.
At least not yet. Alright, what do we have? We have our axe and we have our sword. I don't see me taking the axe much. I don't... Yeah, it doesn't really, doesn't quite do it for me.
You fought well.
There we go.
Such power dwells within.
And we can take that longer distance shot here. I'm surprised that they can even attack back at that distance. Because usually the archers only go one spot away. Right, let's get right up in there, but we're going to have to switch to the sword now. Oh, our mage has to get much closer than I want her to. I don't think she's going to be able to take the hit from the swordsman. Oh, let's see. We can turn back time. We can do that. That's a thing that we have the skills to do. This could go very poorly.
Of course I won.
Who all hasn't moved? Oh, I neglected this entire section. That would be bad. Alright, that's a good threshold so far.
Still got room to grow.
Like, level 5 is where I'd like to get everybody to. So I might only have to do 2 of these.
You're outclassed.
I'm still.
Alright. Man, how am I going to deal with this thief? She doesn't have any attack magic, does she? Never mind. That's nice to see. Man, I'm gonna have to repair our weapons at some point, or buy new ones.
Huh? It worked out.
Yeah, and you guys are pretty much dedicated to wrapping around this way. Can I lure you any closer back this way? Apparently not. Yeah, that hurts quite a bit. We don't have any healers over here at all.
It could get rough.
But she can back up and take care of you this way.
You underestimated me.
Magic units are great glass cannons, but you know, it's that glass part of the glass cannon that's a problem. Man, do we use a vulnerary? We'd get full use of it, so I'm going to. Hilda's not quite ready for needing one, And everybody's just gonna move on up now. I either have to break through the choke point or make use of the choke point. And I don't want her to get too far ahead. And any healing we can get done is also very nice to have. Oh, but we have distance healing. So the character that has Physic might be able to get close enough to be able to heal the guys on the other side of the gorge, or whatever this is. There you go. Bring him on back. That mage is going to be a problem, but maybe we can still lure the mage back here. We need somebody with the hit points to make that attempt, though. And I am not that character, but I'm more willing to just burn a vulnerary on my character. Because at any point, if we go down, it's game over anyways. Alright, we're luring you closer. I don't want to... No, I don't want to go fully into that. Because right now, we can kind of heal everyone. Man, if Lorenz can get Physic as well, that would be great. Marianne.
You saved me.
Having two healers that can hang back and just constantly work on that is really nice to have. Right, I think that's all the movements we really need to worry about. Man, that mage is going to be an issue. I can just tell. How are you going to be able to... Right, and maybe our archer can come up from behind and peck this guy off. It'll leave our archer more exposed than I want him to be, but I think right now he's been mostly untouched for damage. Man, still just not enough. That adds a little bit, adds just enough. I am wearing this bow down to nothing, though.
I get things done. It's hard to be...
Alright, let's just go big with the lance here. Because you're going to need to be healed no matter what you do. And I have a damaging mage that I'd much rather end that. So, ooh, I need to check if you still have Physic available. You have 2 uses of it, so that'll work out.
Magnificent. I thought I...
There we go.
Thank you.
Alright, we're going to do one more of these. I'm pretty sure we've hit a point where we're pretty well off on this fight. So I'm just going to wrap it up. I'm not going to talk much more about what I'm doing, because it's kind of just picking off the few stragglers now.
I'm a bit uneasy. I did it! I did!
Oh boy. So this entire turn was not as planned. Let's back that whole thing up. Right.
I'm a bit uneasy.
So we'll move you here. Yeah, this is a whole system change now.
I got this.
Can you still end that character? Yeah.
Strength in action.
Let's try changing the
stand ready.
overall plan entirely. I'm glad we still have that one use of physics.
Who, me?
You should be able to take one hit of whatever they hit you with if they choose to. Actually, we can move you over here.
Sword.
Hopefully that plan will work out a bit better. Alright, so now it should just be a matter of picking how we go about defeating that character. Let's heal Raphael once more, just because he's going to be the big target for the mages anyways.
Ready anytime.
Let's try just hitting something with the bow this time, rather than burning through it. Our mage, I mean, magic to magic up close isn't that big of an issue. But you can use a lance, which might hit them a little harder. A lot harder. I mean, they're going to hurt you either way, but the lance works out. And now, Raphael, hopefully you can end it, because we need you to get the experience, because the other character literally can't get any.
Should have trained better. Huh.
Much better. You know what? I completely agree with that call on the archer guy being the MVP. We're going to do one more of these. Hopefully it will be a different setup, different enemies, things like that. And I'm going to look at the map setup beforehand, so that hopefully I have my teams better balanced. Oh, I really don't even need to, because everybody's going to be right up in everyone else's face. We have a lot of swordsmen, so I'm going to want those with lances to be up front. Everybody else is going to be playing kind of more supportive roles. And Raphael, I'll want to be there. Nah, that'll work. And yeah, I think we're going to call that good. Yep, our main character and Claude, they've always got to survive. I think if I was playing on one of the versions where people can come back, you see those loss requirements a lot less.
Who, me?
All right, into the forest.
Stay focused.
Everybody.
Ready.
Do we have anybody who can like use any rally skills? Because I don't like that all three of them see themselves targeting her.
I got this.
Let's get to it.
Let's put our archer down here. One of you guys thinks you're going to be ballsy enough to get over to her.
I stand ready.
Alright, I'm just going to barely edge you in over here.
Ready and willing.
Claude going for support.
Ready anytime.
Same thing with you.
Leave it to me.
We're going to need some more help over here, because we are not looking too good. The idea that just everybody's just going to be trying to wail on the same people, not a happy camper about that.
I think not.
Although Loren's here with that fancy footwork, keeping him in the fight.
Mastery at last.
Saw it coming.
Nice try.
Ooh, he's really hurting though.
That's all there is to
Gotta hold that wall. Alright, so I'm gonna bring our spellcaster over here to back these guys up, because they're not gonna do too well otherwise. And I really need some of these attacks to just not miss ever.
It's not luck, it's fate. Yeah,
So now Claude can use his bow against enemies in melee range, you know, right up next to each other. Even if, I mean, as long as they're the ones hitting him. He is not going to hold on to that bow very long the way I'm using it.
I think I've got the hang of it.
And that's going to be real nice, given the position we're in right now.
Let us be cautious.
I really need to heal him. He is by far the most injured. And I want him to stay in the forest because it increases his chance to dodge things. But also I want to deal with this character. And I don't think we're going to get that luxury. I could back out this way and deal with one of these other ones backed up in here. Once again, I'm just hoping that it will be enough damage. Because otherwise, Loren's going to have to sweep in for the final shot on it. But if he doesn't have to, I'd rather him move up a bit. Looks like he's going to have to either way.
I stand ready.
Oh, but the fire could be really good against them, too. How much damage are we doing with that lance? Not enough, in my opinion, so we'll try the fire out.
Magnificent.
Especially because if any of these mages start coming over here, they'll have range attacks, but they're going to be like 2 turns away at least. Oh, let's focus on these guys. I think with everybody being up close like this, we can make use of some of our beefier characters a bit better. Oh man, yeah, you really aren't in a good spot. Luckily, you've still got some more vulneries. Oh boy. Man, we even hurt that guy once already. There we go. That's needed. Please hit. Yes!
I aim for greatness.
Thank you so much. Oh, that was very, very much needed. Rushing blow? Not enough chances to hit. Smash isn't going to be good either. Darn. Do we get double hits doing just the standard attack, though? Yeah, and then once again, we take a hit on the accuracy, so we've got to do something. I guess we'll go with the rushing blow. Extra damage with a equally terrible chance to hit. But he makes the connection anyways. Nice. Hey, Halo Master Chief, what's up? How are you doing? Oh. double hit. That's gonna suck a lot because we still have one other character that could probably close the gap to him. But they chose not to. That's great. That's awesome. I mean, I wish they didn't target her, but you know, character surviving is the big part. You having a? Are we still on the weekend? Man, I'm on vacation, and like the days just blend together, and nothing matters anymore.
Too slow.
No, it's Tuesday. Did you have a good weekend? Oh, don't you? Oh, you
Forgive me.
asshole! I can't take that. I can't take that loss. I refuse. I'm gonna have to back up all the way to the beginning and just push through a different way. I'm gonna completely ignore these guys. This whole battle on two fronts thing is gonna bite me in the ass. So I have to pick a way to go. In fact, I'm gonna ignore these guys. They're gonna be the closest.
Ready
And so
anytime.
everybody hug the wall here.
Stay focused.
Nope. I wanted to use my character to lure everyone over.
Ready and willing.
Might have to do that with Claude. Which means immediately afterwards he's going to have to back out of everything.
Leave it to me.
I stand
Right,
ready.
let's swarm every... Ooh. Actually... You can stay there.
I
But
stand
you
ready.
have that lance, and that's a good way to
Ready and
to
willing.
open up with.
Leave it to me.
Everybody get out of their hurt box.
Stay focused.
Who, me? Let's get to it.
Right.
I got this.
I think that's how I'm going to go with it. Let's try that. Spider-Man 2? Is that... Are you talking the old Spider-Man 2 or the new second Spider-Man reboot movie? Spider-Man has been rebooted so many times, I don't even know where it's at. I'm glad to hear that your weekend was good. Alright, how am I changing this up? Let's move him here. Hit them with fire? Because right now he's the only one who would need to be healed. And so our mage can hit him with the physic and be the only one that had to do anything in that issue. I think I just got
Takes care of
swarmed
that.
by enemies on that first shot.
That's all.
Let's just start hitting hard. I do not want to lose my students.
I see.
Ready anytime.
No, it's pointless to build that up. But he'll be injured enough that almost anybody could finish the shot.
It's fun.
God dang it. I made another bad choice. And I have to own it. I have to stick with it this time. Because I need to save that other time back thing. A big chance to hit, and it might stun the guy behind him. I'll take it.
Oh, I got it.
If I can stop him from moving next turn, that would be beautiful. Yes! Oh, that's exactly what I needed from that. So this guy, he can't even move next turn. I'm out of his hitbox, so as far as I care, he doesn't exist right now.
Ready.
Right. But all of my enemies get to have the joy of being in the forest now. Who can you heal? You're gonna need to heal him. Because I fear like that's where their targets are gonna be aimed on. Let's get you right in there. And I think that moves us clearly out of their option for who they want to hit. The old Spider-Man 2. A lot of people seem to not like the old Spider-Man movies that came out. I loved them. I thought they were a great series. Okay, Ingrid, you shouldn't even be in this fight is what I'm learning. You are just a terrible unit for fighting these guys. Considering that your entire gimmick is, hey, I have a lance. You should be the only one able to deal with these guys, but you're terrible at life right now. So get the hell out of here. God damn it. I really just did that. I really just fucking moved my wrong character. God damn it.
I got this.
Alright, we will move towards these guys and ignore those top ones. I'm making all kinds of bad decisions. This fight was a bad decision. Why am I targeting the wrong people? God, I shouldn't have charged in here like this.
Me?
What do I do? How do I overcome this issue? Please, you guys stay away. I can't fight you. I can't do it.
That helps.
Oh, that works out so much better. You guys stay your asses up there. I mean, it's still a bad call. It's a bad spot for me to be in, but it's so much better than it was. Alright. I think we can make this one work a bit better.
It was a good try.
God. Why? Why are you so bad, Ingrid? God. You weren't on my file, on my other one. Right, that's a bit better.
You can't compete with me.
Even with my terrible opening attack. Do I want them in there? I mean, I'd rather have him be up there, but he literally can't be. Although he can close the gap and leave them to be safe. Ingrid, just get in the corner. Just hide in the corner and stop. Stop trying. Way to make me feel like I shouldn't even bring you on the main mission. Oh.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
Leave it to me.
But if you move from there, the entire box moves. That's what I was worried about. No. No, no, no. You guys stay up there. We're not ready for you yet. Oh boy. We are so not ready for you.
Matt.
Okay, so our high-level characters, maybe they should go meet these characters. And we'll let everybody else kind of run back the other way. Oh man, I am so not happy with the position I'm in. Why? Why? Where did this difficulty spike come from? Where did it come from? Get it out of here. Alright, I can deal with you, get you out of that scenario. Hopefully keep you safe by moving him up here. You need to land some hits, buddy. These guys need to get out of our house. Ingrid, I'd hate to rely on you, but we need something. You just have to hit him once. Don't blow it, girl. Oh, thank you.
I
All
did
right.
what I had to.
Right, I'm not even gonna take the risk. I'm going for the big damage. He's got a high chance to hit, and so I need to take that damage where I can get it.
It's...
Oh my god. Let's continue to beef up that chance to hit. Once I clear out the first wave of threats, everybody needs to stick back and just get all kinds of heals. Because everybody's gonna be hurting. Where the hell do you think you're going? No, stay away! Stay away! Oh, man. Alright, we'll leave our character up close here. I think he can take whatever they're going to throw at him.
As expected.
I don't need to focus on you anymore. It's these guys I need to worry about. And he gets a lot of movement through the trees. Holy cow. Everybody back off, though.
I just worked harder.
The only reason I'm leaving my character up that close is because I think we can take a few shots from anybody who's going to get up close to us. Everybody else get out of there and start popping your vulneraries, because we can't rely on the other healing for everybody. And you use a vulnerary. And heal our wounded something terrible.
Nice.
It's bad enough that I was losing a student. I was losing one that wasn't even part of my class. That was the worst. Get back in the corner. I made a mistake with you. Bringing you in was not the right call. Claude, we need you a bit closer up front. Because the bad times, they are a-coming. Oh god, all the mages going up there. Claude, what's your gambit looking like? Stun one of them would be good, but the only one we'd be stunning would be an archer, so like what's really the point of that? They can't counter. Maybe that'll work for us. Oh, I'm hopeful. I'm so hopeful I don't blow it. Ooh, no, I want to use the gambit. Because I think I can still stun that guy further back.
Now's our chance. We must all...
Yes, alright. I'd hate to put you on the spot like this, but we need some beefy characters to draw some fire. Literally anything you can do is helpful. hit you from this far back? That deals with you being able to get involved. Man, and you're a high level, so maybe if you can get somewhere. Got a better shot with that.
Did.
Just the idea that everything is a potential hurt spot right now is terrifying. Who else needs big healing? I think you're out of their hitbox, so you don't need any of that. I mean, it's so little, but right now I need to be at my peak because I don't know how bad any of this is going to hurt. And I have a feeling it's going to hurt a lot. If I put you there, who is it that's trying to target you? It's the one swordsman. You've shown in the last fight you can take a sword shot. Please show it again. Ingrid, who can you lure away? Who can you bring this way? Nobody? Get in there. God, that hurts so much.
Never underestimate an outsider.
Claude, be the hero we all need. Holy shit, he can hit twice. Alright, let's have Claude way back up, but drop that guy on his ass.
It was a good try.
Alright, who can we do a lot of damage to? Oh, can we do another gambit? We can, and I think it'll work out.
It's time. That is that.
None of you guys move. Sit your asses down. Right, and you're just really good at standing there and taking hits. We'll heal you with this one.
Sorry.
Because I know that's going to be absolutely needed, but I'm hoping I can drop this guy. Oh, that's Raphael. Wrong character. Just wondering why we weren't able to make the shot. And then over here, still can't take the hit. Do we just not have enough bow left? No, I'm picking the wrong character again. My bad. Maybe if I adjust my angle. Yeah, that's a good opportunity there. You just can't get up in there to end it. How about this mage? Oh, you can deal with the mage. Girl, you got this.
Sorry, did I hurt you? I'm still a
Man, the idea that I can't do the turn back time thing again is really putting me on edge with this. We got 2 shots, 2 chances to hit. Come on, buddy. Yes!
Won that.
Thank you, Raphael.
Stronger.
Putting the muscles to good use. Okay, so who in our front line is looking like they're facing death? Because that's where this is going. I think you're the most likely target for who's readily available to hit. I might be wrong, but that's the way I'm taking it.
It could get rough.
You can get in there and use a vulnerary. We need to use that so bad. And now they have full access to everything they could hit me with. But they should be a quick and easy takedown because they are already hurt. Oh, that was clench. That was rough.
More work than I realized.
Has me worried. Real worried about what's coming up. And I don't even know if Claude was the MVP. Like, everybody had to hold their own there. Which really has me thinking maybe we should do one more, because this other one's a level 7. That's 2 levels higher than what we just walked into. We pulled it out, but it took us 3 tries. That is not the way you want to see any of that going. What's our layout? Bunch of axe guys. So I need a swordsman over here with... yeah, at least 2 potential ranged fighters. You can go right up there, and then we've got our 2 ranged fighters. Really, I would swap... no, you need to stay in the middle. But I'm going to swap you with you, because you're a heavy hitter for the ranged fighting. Although maybe I'd be better putting Claude over there, because he's an even heavier hitter. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Welcome.
And I need to make sure our barracks are fully good to go. I love that it's so cheap to do that.
Come back.
Alright, I think we can make this work.
Stay focused.
So the way I want to do this is lure them into one-on-one fights. And she is our healer. And that's basically what I'm going to have her do, is her physics skill could hit anybody on our line when they need it.
I got this.
And I don't quite know how this is going to play out. So I'm going to leave my entire units backed up a bit for the start of this.
Who, me?
Hilda, you can get up in there.
Ready and willing.
Claude over here. And Ingrid, just find a corner and cry in it right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. I think we're too low a level to have been bringing people on board. Which is 100% on me.
You fought well.
I really need a few units that can just be like people to bring forward when everybody needs to drop back and heal. And I think I'm going to have that be my character, Raphael, and Claude. So we really need to beef Claude up. But just because he's got that level gap already going, and I want to use him as much as I can. Hilda would be a great option too, thinking about it. Maybe I should make it Hilda. Like, her class I'm aiming for is even more built towards that approach.
You lost to me?
Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to do it.
I think. Yeah, I'm definitely tougher.
But doesn't mean Claude has to sit back and do nothing. Right. Lure you this way. And who do I... You're going to need to heal someone already, so... You looked more wounded than you were. I think we'll hold on to that. We'll have Lorenz take the shot.
Magnificent.
I think once we hit level 10, we can start giving people new classes. Maybe we can do that already and I just forgot. I'll have to look into that, because I think some of our characters are ready for a class change.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, but wait.
Let's get
You
to
can
it.
take the shot over here. Yeah, I think that's a better call.
Leave it to me.
Plop you down there and move you right alongside him.
Ready.
And everybody stay where you're at.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
We are, I think, getting too much of a level gap for our character. But I don't really want to change them out from where they are right now. So they're kind of where they're going to be. They're going to be in the bulk of the fighting anyways.
Ready.
All right, Claude, get in there, take a shot.
That's the golden deer for you. I expected as much.
All right, who else do we have in our midst that we can move around? All right, looking at where they're coming to, I think I want to put us back to the layout we had a moment ago.
I got this.
Raphael, we'll move you just forward enough that hopefully you can lure one or two of these guys over here. We're just going to let them keep coming to us. This one's going a lot smoother than the last one. A lot less forest to block our movement early on. And it's pretty much built to be like a choke point holding map. Alright.
Who, me?
I don't want you to hit them. How about we move you over here? So that you can get one of these heals. And I'm hoping that Ingrid can make herself useful here and clean up after Claude. Probably should have gone for the big hit, but I didn't. But she can end it with that anyways.
I did what I had to.
There we go. See, teamwork finally happening. Divide you up to where you might need to go, and I don't want to move you into their hitbox yet.
I stand ready.
Actually, Lorenz, you are going
Ready
to be
anytime.
required to heal here, and I think I know how we can make that happen with our placement.
I actually won!
For boy Raphael moves forward a little bit to the next choke point. You can follow behind and give him some of that sweet healing juice. It's more like healing wind, but, you know, whatever. The healing juices are like our potions and elixirs and stuff. And immediately this side of the units need to fall back again. Because Ingrid can't... She could clean up there for a moment, but she can't stay involved in the fight.
I'll do
So
my best.
Ingrid, you back way up. Claude, weaken him first. And Hilda can finish him off.
I put in some work.
Right, I think this is going to work out. Once again, we're in a position where I think I can do this without having to put too much effort in at this stage, so I'm going to move the microphone and rehydrate, keep my throat
Can
from
I get a do-over?
killing me.
Each battle a chance to grow. Another step forward. Plenty more where that came from. I think I've gotten stronger.
Losing those is gonna suck, but I think we're good still.
You can't compete
Our Iron
with me.
Gauntlets broke, so they're definitely gonna need to be repaired.
I thought I gave...
That helps.
And even with them broken, he's still getting in the teeth of it. Hopefully our axe will do the job, though.
Should have trained better.
Alright, I think we're ready to move on and try... Oh, hey, welcome back, Halo Master Chief. I'm just moving on to one of the... Not really story, but the main objective battles here. Still going through the combat section. We're not back at the... We're not back at the base camp where we can talk to people. But I think you missed me... I don't want to say screaming wildly, but really eating some dirt in one of the fights.
Welcome.
No, I haven't unlocked the blacksmith. Alright, well, we just buy him new gauntlets then. Because our boys need to fight. Alright, so we're going to need to replace... Ooh, we can upgrade.
Thanks a bunch.
Alright, steel bow. That's really nice. And he is going to want some steel gauntlets. I'm sure he's able to have those. And a mace. Oh my god, so he can now take on heavy armored units. That mace is a great weapon.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
I regret nothing for buying those. Alright, I think the weapons are still good for the fight. I'm going through and making sure everybody has the means to continue to fight. And I know I have to give them the weapons because some of these guys are out of space. Our sword is getting low, but I mean, we have a backup. Alright, so now let's sell these gold bars.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
And I guess we'll sell our broken gauntlets. We don't need them anymore. We replaced them with a much better weapon.
Is that the one? Thanks. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Yeah, alright.
Come back.
So let's make sure he has his gauntlets. There they are. Yeah, we're not in the best spot, but I think we can make it work. Alright, we're going to want to deal with them. I think we'll put Claude over there and her there. Because that's a good rushing setup there. We'll have you move in. Can we move our character? That'd be great. Sometimes the main character is kind of fixed where they are and you don't get to pick what you do with them. Move her to the back line. She doesn't really need to be up there. Neither do you. Put you up there. Let's see if that goes well for us. This is where the enemies are a bit higher leveled.
Ready and willing.
And we should be able to hit you with the axe. Not ideally, but it should be possible. I wonder if we can hit you with a gambit. Even better.
No time like the present.
Charge in there. Mess him up. It won't hit the guy next to him, I don't think. But now he has to fight Claude.
Who, me?
We've taken away his options. Get in there with that axe.
You lost to me?
That axe head is bigger than her waist, and she's talking about her being a weak character.
Let's get to it.
Do we have to? Yeah, we have to use that if we want to hit him. Drop him while we can.
That takes care of that.
Stay focused.
And I mean, you have so much health that you can kind of just take whatever they're gonna throw at you.
I got this.
The health gap, his chance to evade, I think he's gonna do good right there. Let's get our knucks back on and beat some face.
Huh.
That hurt, but I don't think we have to worry about it yet. Move you up.
Leave it to me.
I'm skeptical on whether or not I want to move you up here. But you gotta go somewhere.
Ready anytime.
And Ingrid, we're gonna have you hang back, but stick with the north route.
The glory of progress.
Man, having trouble making those shots connect.
It's over.
Not here, though. Just drop him dead. Yeah, I think the RNG is showing what I'm used to dealing with. Last time we were getting pretty favorable results from the moments we had to rely on luck. All right, Raphael, end him. You can do it. You got pretty good chances.
Sorry, don't know my own strength.
Now I still got to deal with this guy.
I get things done. I can't.
Oh boy. We dealt with most of what's down there. I guess let's move left. Yeah, I need that hit chance. With the luck we're having, we need all the hit chance advantages we can get. Hopefully Claude can hit, and we can have one of our magic users kind of wrap them up. Not you. You're really needing to hang back.
This is what I do. I have to.
Alright. You are just dead set on targeting her, aren't you? If you're going to do that, I'm going to want to pull you as close as I can. Actually, I'm okay with that attempt at hitting. You can go fight the other archer.
Oh, nice.
That's a much more fair fight. Bow to bow, with all of our allies completely around you. Let's switch over to that steel bow, because I want to be able to... Actually, I'll still have one shot with the iron bow. I want to be able to repair it. I don't want it to just full-on break, but if it does, we do have the steel bow still. We'll get you up here and heal. Help your bros out. Let's have our Hulk do some smashing.
Plenty more where that came from.
I am growing to love Raphael. Just the big wall of meat, and that's all you need. That lures so many. A lot more than I necessarily want. I'll back out a bit and just take the two that are going to show up. Forgot she has a lance. That's also really nice because they're all using swords. And I'm sure she'll fare better at her level than Ingrid, who still, like, I know the unit's good, especially if you put her on a Pegasus. But that not being able to level up is putting her below, like, the minimum standard we need for where we're at. And that hurts her so much. Nope, we're all good, Master Chief. Just, kind of going through the motion right now. Making sure we can have the required levels to not die in the upcoming fights. Do you, since you're watching the Spider-Man movie, do you have a favorite, how do I want to word this? There's a lot of Spider-Man movies, reboots, and so on. Do you have a favorite Spider-Man movie? I was actually, I don't remember which one it was. I think it's the one with Sandman. With Doc Ock and Sandman. In the first couple of movies that they did, where Spider-Man's stopping the train, and he has all the people on the subway or the train or whatever it was just passing him over them, completely respecting the don't take the mask off thing, like right after the big scene where it was a really good, like, everybody matters in this movie moment. And first of all, that scene is just really, really great, but that whole movie was probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. And I don't remember which one that was specifically, but Spider-Man's a good character, great hero. I might be wrong, but I always saw him as, like, Stan Lee's baby. And I think it really shows with the care the character got. Definitely one of the Marvel Golden Boys. Alright, yeah, we'll heal up Raphael. My favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 3. The Sandman is Spider-Man 3, and Doc Ock is Spider-Man 2. Yeah, but was the Doc Ock the one with the scene that I'm remembering, or was that the Sandman one? Either way, I do remember liking the idea of the Sandman as a villain in that movie. The idea that, if I remember right, he mostly just wanted to get to his kid. Like, that was kind of his thing, and that was kind of a relatable villain aspect, that it was kind of just...
Such power dwells within.
When you're stuck in prison like that, and you're a person who sees yourself as a family guy, that is a very believable pull that somebody in that position could do, you know. I need to get to my kid, I need to see him one more time kind of thing. And I kind of like that. It made a villain you could feel for. Yeah, Sandman and Venom. That was the big one in that one. Venom also being in it was great. I loved the realization moment where it was like, oh, holy cow, sound is how I'm going to deal with this, and he just takes to the bell tower. I also really liked the Venom movie. I actually went to see that one, and yeah, I adored it. Yeah, we can stick with the iron bow for now.
It was a good try.
Oh, there's another Spider-Man question I need to ask.
I expected as much.
Are you pro Spider-Man making his own web and putting them as like capsules? Or are you more of the person who's like, I actually kind of like the idea of Spider-Man actually shooting the webs right from his body? I personally prefer Peter Parker just being like, the webs are a part of the powers he got. But I also really like the intelligent inventor Peter Parker. So both are good options. I do just have a slight preference. Oh, get in there with that lance. Give him the old pokey poke.
I won.
Alright, everybody is getting up past that level 5 gap that I kind of need them to cross over. Can I get you up here? Just enough movement. Alright, it's only the big 3 now. And I don't really like that placement. Because if I get too close and engage first, then they kind of get full use of all the foliage. So we're going to try to bring them to us. Leave you exposed, because I still think you're able to take the hits a lot better. Hilda is just going to be able to armor up, so I need her to kind of hit level 10 before the other characters. Put you over here. Let's take our magical offense and our archers up front. Leave you behind a bit. One thing I will say is when they make Spider-Man have to mix the webbing himself and develop the web shooter, they do get to bring an element of danger that's always there that the other Spider-Man doesn't have to deal with. The idea that you have to keep track of how much webbing you have brings on an extra layer that I think works. Like I said, I don't think there's a bad option.
Guess I'm still growing.
Man, I don't really need you to go clean the mages up. Maybe you can finish off the swordsman.
That is that.
Because the only guy that's really going to worry about the mages is already waist deep in a mage problem. Two shots with that axe. You should be able to land one of those.
Hilda! Hilda!
She's her own hype person. I love it. When you have to be your own hype man and you don't let it get you down. Heal our big beefy boy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think we got this. There's literally one mage, and they're just surrounded by people ready to hurt him bad. Alright, I think we'll let Lorenz take the first shot. It's a matter of picking and choosing really who's going to get the kill shot. And I am thinking... Marianne, can you? Is that a thing you could pull off? Not quite, but, you know, get the little bit of experience while we can. And I think one of our archers can swoop in here. We'll let it be Claude. I'm still in the camp of Claude needs to beef up a bit.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
There we go. Get some of that cash. Wrap it up here. I think we might have to do one of our few rest options in between. Although, there really isn't much benefit to it. Right. And we're on the last week. It will continue going automatically. There's really not a lot of options that are available right now. I want you to do the sword and bow, just so you can have multiple things. And you want to do just bow. Really, I should have set that to bow and lance. Because I don't think you're going to make for a very successful assassin class. At least in character. Although, it wouldn't be bad to have one. I suppose we could even do that with Claude. That'd be an interesting take to go with him. He's always talking about, you know, taking some dirty tactics here and there, because you gotta do what you gotta do to win.
I'm beginning to understand.
I think it's coming along.
How's this gonna help? I'm getting the hang of it.
So I actually think maybe there's some value to that for Claude. Alright, last point of the month. Let's see who we can beef up. So our character can switch over if we want to be primarily swords. I kind of want to use magic, but I think we use the sword so much it's not a bad call. Once we get some spells to work with, we'll switch over to magic.
A new path to track.
Definitely switch to our new class. Claude, man, you're still right where you are. Don't have many options. Oh, can you be a lord? You need some sword skills, buddy. You don't need a lot. But that's a good class. It's a good class for leading units. Because right now, we're kind of heading you towards... I mean, Archer's not bad. Cavalier wouldn't be bad. But the Lord, I think that's the way we're going to take you. A couple of sword skills wouldn't be bad. You aren't at the required level, though. So we'd just be dancing around the beginner classes. This is what we're doing with everybody, so not too bad. We'll go the monk route for now. Because I need you to have access to that magic. So, because this is kind of built up like a school, in order for them to advance to new classes, they basically have to take tests. And they give you a likelihood for success. Could just jump right into the brawler. I think we'll avoid the brawler route and we'll go the brigand. Oh, that outfit. I mean, it kind of makes sense for somebody who's just going to get in there and start grappling people. It's just showing a bit much skin for me. So he needs to get better at that axe. he really needs to get better at that axe. The Armored Knight would be great too. Oh, that was hilarious and I loved it, but also it terrified me greatly. So you could be... And again, not exactly what I think of when I think fighter. But you know what? It's kind of what you're doing. It's kind of a lot of what you're doing. I'm really not using your sword skills at all. I suppose a fighter could focus more on technique rather than brawn.
I can't believe I did it.
Just something about all that skin Raphael was showing. No thank you. Not at all. Almost looks like she's not even wearing boots, but I think those are supposed to be boots. Stick with that. And I need to buy more of those because so many people can rank up. And I am so ready for that. Let's buy a bunch of these. I think we'll need like 2 of these. I don't think we can use them yet. But we're going to need to, and might as well buy them now. God, Raphael the Brawler. No. Not going with it. Although we can switch you to the fighter right now. And help you build up your axe skills. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Marianne. Is this the healer one? No, it's the monk in general. Either way. The beginner courses. Apparently really hard to fail because we aren't even meeting the threshold. Right. So if I want Hilda to go the route where she needs to be, I think it's the hero course. Let me see if she can even get that class. Is it the second one here? No, it's the assassin. Please tell me it's still a thing. I loved that class. Maybe it's even later. It was one of the bigger classes people could get. Alright, let's build Hilda out here. She likes the axe. She likes her sword. I like the idea of her having a sword. Nope. Not feeling it. So maybe if we give her a bow, putting her as the assassin could be pretty good. She could also just be a sword master. Just dedicate to the sword full on. I think I'll try to remember to give Hilda a bow. Which means, Hilda, you're going to be a fighter for a bit. Sorry that there's a lot of talking and planning out in the moment. But, given the kind of game it is, it kind of requires a lot of that. And you're just going to be a soldier.
Hold that.
Right, I think that wraps up everybody? Yeah. I guess let's explore for a bit. Because my character needs to get a lot... Where is Sothis? There she is.
You must try harder.
My character really needs to get better at using dark magic. So where is Henneman? I think that's one of his skills. There's Sedith. I think I went to him for like flying? Flying or riding? There he is.
I'm sorry, that woman. She borrowed a book last week and returned it with stains of unknown origin on the cover and several pages either folded or torn. Just now, she dropped a sandwich on the floor, picked it up, and kept eating. When she saw my shock, she said simply, 3-second rule.
Ugh. I mean, the 3-second rule, I don't know, you know, she's gonna eat what she's gonna eat. On the other hand, that book thing, total agreement. Can you help me get some magic, bro? Alright, got reason results. 1. Do we even have any spells yet? I don't know. We'll have to check later. We want to eat... No, what we do want to do is go to the greenhouse. We have those flowers growing.
Inspirational.
Gimme. Thank you very much. And what are we going to grow in its place? Let's mix it up. Let's do some of the food items. And always pour the maximum amount of money into it. Don't really need to, but it's what I'm doing.
Inspirational. This flower is one that is eating insects.
I kind of want to recruit Petra. So let's give some... Let's see what you prefer, and then we're going to give you some gifts.
Right now. It is not a good but. You have given me intrigue. Please.
Right, you like dex and riding. Now, I like riding, so I actually think that might work out. Either way, let's give you a few gifts right now to see if we can get you to maybe consider coming over here a couple of times to join our class. Let's see who else is in the various locations. We don't really need to recruit Bernadette. I like Felix. Maybe we can get Felix. He likes swords, I like swords. Good option.
Come to think of it.
Well, I know where that wooden button goes.
Impressive. Catherine, Her skill is impressive, I'll admit. So is her sword. But I think she's hiding something. Nobody knows anything about her past. You should spar with her. She's strong. Stronger than you are, I bet.
Maybe? Right, I know you don't like me enough yet, so... Let's just accept that and give you a few gifts. Right, so where else do we have... Oh, we can check the box. We can see if anybody has any requests and build up their... Support is the word, and it keeps feeling weird to use it in a sentence. I'm supposed to write a letter to my brother to let him know how I'm doing. But there's nothing that I want to write about. And on top of that, it's just too much work. Why don't you tell him about your friends? Clearly you're going to have a few, right? There we go. Good advice to our students. No additional missions anywhere. Thomas. Alright, let's go talk to, I think he's the librarian?
Professor,
what do you got to say?
Professor, I heard that you may battle alongside Catherine. Even among the knights, she is something special. A holy knight who is able to wield a hero's relic. Still, she can be a mite difficult.
Well, that's nothing strange. A lot of people can. Right, who else do I want to give a few gifts to? Where is... Not really feeling Sylvain. Linhardt can use some really... I also like Caspar. Let's go with Caspar. Linhardt can use some really good healing magic, but I like our bold and brash boy Caspar.
Ah, today's meal was delicious. Linhardt keeps bothering me about eating too fast. Says I'm gonna choke or something.
Well, when you're in a rush.
I knew you'd see things my way. Thanks for this.
Let's just pour the rest of this in there. and to see if we can go talk to the blacksmith. We have 3 points to use. I forgot about that. So we don't have to make that rush. Let's go with that. And where is... We'll invite Caspar. Why not?
Eating delicious.
I can...
We're going to have 2 meals with 2 different students just so that they can get the requirements for me to be able to teach them. Let's see. Who was the... I think Hilda was the one I was thinking of giving a bow to. So we'll go with that one. And Lorenz. His magic's been pretty useful.
I am pleased to dine with such suitable...
Is there such a thing as an...
As an unsuitable dinner companion? Not a fan of Lorenz? Alright. And to the blacksmith before we wrap up. Because we haven't unlocked that yet, and I really need to. Nope, they aren't here yet. Goody. Alright, and before I go on to the mission, I need to go use the restroom, so I will be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Take that off screen. There we go. On to the mission! The Magdrid Ambush. I think this is where we're going to go fight that rebelling noble. Yeah, we're going to have some story here.
It really is an honor to accompany Catherine, wielder of Thunderbrand. I hear you're intimidating enough to silence the howling winds.
What is Thunderbrand?
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called Thunderbrand. It's one of the hero's relics. A long, long time ago, the goddess bestowed divine weapons upon 10 heroes, which were passed down to their descendants. It's an honor to wield, but I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today. Our mission is to help clean up the aftermath, not to fight.
Why would Lord Lonato incite such a reckless rebellion? He had to have known he had no chance of winning.
It all goes back to the tragedy of Dusker.
Desperate people do desperate things. I've heard of it.
It happened
Wink.
about 4 years ago. The king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus was murdered by the people of Dusker. And that about covers it, right?
To put it simply, yes. But there's more to that story. They had accomplices within the kingdom as well. Lord Lonato's son, Kristoff, was one of them, and so he was handed over to the church for execution. Speaking from the Church's perspective, we simply passed judgment according to our doctrine in place of the kingdom, which was in complete chaos. Whatever the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lonato has harbored resentment toward the Church ever since. Well, to be more specific, his grudge isn't only against the Church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided. Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They used the fog to slip past the Knight's perimeter.
It looks like our mission just changed, Professor. Everyone, prepare for battle!
All right. So I guess the noble came to us? I'm glad the load times are only in between, and it has no need to load during the fights, because that would be rough. Right. I think we might have to replace some weapons. Right, I don't need to worry about replacing my iron sword. I've got another one. I'd sell that bullion, though, if I really needed to buy something. Her lance and bow are pretty rough. Let's give her a new steel lance.
Thanks a bunch.
And a new steel bow while we're at it.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
I think, yeah, he's got a replacement bow already. Yeah, I think we're pretty well off. I will buy a few extra
Is that the one?
items because steel weapons are kind of the standard, and they hold you through for a long time.
Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna sit with that.
Come back.
Any supports to fill out? Nope. I guess we go in.
With this fog, it's impossible to tell where the enemy might be, or how many of them there are. The enemy could be trying to surround us.
I should have bought.
They shouldn't have enough soldiers to form a tight circle. Take down anyone who breaks through the fog, and let's push through.
I really should have bought some torches.
The conditions are the same for both sides, but we're at a disadvantage for not knowing the terrain.
Alright, I don't think we have any in our convoy.
Wait for them to enter your field of view.
But I'm going to check. I'm gonna charge in fully and pray that we have a torch. We don't. Well, we're gonna stick right there then.
Willing. I got this.
Now, we really need you to focus more on that axe work, so that's what we're gonna do there. Can we check the convoy next to our character? Because I forgot to give you... Get that iron bow out of here. You don't have an iron sword. Oh. We'll swap. Yeah, let me start that back again. Yeah, I don't really care what you're gonna say. We're gonna stick with the same motions.
Stay focused.
But I need to. I didn't do proper item management. Let's drop our iron sword. Let's drop that. We'll take the steel. And I think that's all I want to do there. Equip the steel sword. Now, go to the convoy. Drop off that really worn iron bow, but grab that iron sword. Because I want to work on making you a noble.
Ready anytime.
Or at least the noble class.
Sorry.
There we go. It's a much better start.
Let's get to it.
Stick with the lance, but let's put the steel one on. We don't know when they're going to come and what they're going to hit us with. So we really should beef ourselves up as best we can.
Me?
Now, I think we dedicated more to the sword route, so let's put that on.
I stand ready.
Who, me?
And I'm going to need to rely on them to keep her units alive as long as we can. Because the more they can get involved and mix things up, the better I think it'll be for us.
Lord Lonato doesn't deserve such sadness and anger. Now it's your turn to suffer.
Well, right now, Lord Lonato can straight shove it.
You think we're just gonna do nothing while you try to kill our lord?
No, but I expect that you're not going to stop us.
Stay down!
Especially with her coming through, carving through your ranks like nothing. Alright, and once again, I'll take point to try to reveal some more enemies. There we go. You can take him out with the sword. I'm sure you've got the power for it. And we need you to work on those sword skills. You've also got a bit of beefiness you can rely on, so you can hang point with us. Less okay about that one, but gotta widen our field of vision somehow. Need to protect her. She is not equipped for much of anything. And as long as he hits, we're good. And let's keep up with the crowd. Hang back a little bit more that way. So we still have a couple of archers hidden out in the fog. I kind of figured they would have to enter our field of view before they would be able to hit us, but that's apparently not the case. There we go, that reveals a couple of you guys. Jesus, getting work done. Just sweeping right through them. Keep you out of their range. And I think...
I won't let you anywhere near Lord.
I mean, it hurts him. It doesn't do quite what I was hoping, but I'll take it. Really need you to just punch farther in. Keep our mages back. They're really not... Unfortunately, they're just not able to do a whole lot quite yet. Yeah, that's sore. Good thing you got so much health, because that mage really hurt. Although that did exactly what I needed it to and revealed a lot of the enemies. So the damage was more than I wanted, but the effect was pretty much what I was hoping to get. I'm going to leave you guys to that south end, and we're going to start moving our way north. Once again, trying to open up more of the field.
Good to go.
Oh! Okay. That's a dick move. It's a real dick move. Raphael, take a step back.
Good to go.
I'll just move you over here and swing at him this way. And I need to take out that mage, because they're really going to hurt.
The nobles start...
That took away our entire vision of the enemy. What?
Let's get to it.
Right. That mage has to go, like, now.
I'm so sorry.
And I'm glad that they can't return fire. Were they on the fog? Oh, she gets to have her badass moment. Look at her just march forward. Clean them out. The cutscenes in this game are beautiful.
Thunderstrike Cassandra. It was your wretched savagery that killed my son.
The only name I answer to is Catherine. Prepare to taste the blade of one who serves the goddess. Now you face a knight of Theros!
That general guy, he's a bit closer than I think he really is. Yeah, there he is.
There's nothing left to hide you or the filthy central church from the judgment of the goddess.
Oh, man. All right. At least the fog is gone. That is a major help.
Stand ready.
No. Let's go with the big one. Not enough? All right. Change the order of operations. You come over here and deal with him. Because Raphael's going to be getting healed this turn no matter what path I take with him, so...
Oh, me?
Nope, that puts you too close. You're good where you are, lady. We had issue with him. Not yet. And only mildly with that guy. How about this one? Not at all. Does she have a javelin? No, she has the bow, that's right. That's nice. We're gonna go with that route.
Ready.
Still keeping you further back.
Me? Leave it to me.
We're leaving her behind. Our knight lady that came with us. She was moving so slow. Even though in the cutscene, I guess she was kind of just casually walking. Either way, she seems like she has enough power to just charge in recklessly. Even now. Although maybe the trees was the real issue there. Maybe I'm not giving her enough credit on how much of an issue the trees were. Let's go back here and attack. Nope, wait, that's right, we're trying to build up the sword. Can still do it right where we were. Just pick the lower target.
I'm a bit uneasy.
Yeah, the permadeath thing is the way these games used to all be. And it made losing units really emotional. And that's kind of why I put it back on, even though I don't think I'm going to do that well at some of the later levels. Man, just not able to close it with them. Start swinging up. I think that those that are involved in the fight right now, they're in it. They're in it, and we don't have a lot of options to help them out per se. We can do some healing, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Right there.
Appreciate that.
Is that...
Ready anytime.
You're all that's left, but I really don't want you to be up in that. Does this work out better for you? Absolutely. And then we'll put you in the trees. It's such a weird class in my head, making him a fighter like that, but
Stay down.
I mean, it works. He gets to use his bow skills, and I do need him to get something else. Although I'd prefer maybe the lance. But, you know, working with what we got. He needed some class help either way. I think we can hit you from this distance, but it doesn't do enough to make it really feel like it's what I want to do. Instead, we'll just hang back a little bit now and start building our units back up. Also, we can back up here and give some of the allies some healing benefits. So I really don't want them to go down either. Not that there's a reason or a need for me to keep them alive, but I'm going to be relying on them up here a bit more anyways. Let's get that distant healing on Raphael.
Sorry.
Right, where are we going with this? Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Bring them a bit farther up. At this point, I need to stop advancing him, though, because what I don't want to do is pull these three per se. I don't think they're all three going to be an issue, but I want to leave them until I'm ready to make my move on Lonato. So holding back and taking it a little easy seems like the better option. Really pull you away from targeting the main character. I don't get to control you though, do I? Nope. You are just constantly doing your own thing. And I really need to get him right up in his grill, because he has the mace, which is going to be great for dealing with that guy. So it seems unlikely, but also possible, that you could probably go through this entire level and never take care of that mage, and have the fog the entire way through. I mean, if you guys want to come closer, that's even better. If you're pulled away from the units I don't want to engage with. And we've got enough ranged fighters there that we can deal with these other guys. So yeah, even if he's not able to finish the job, I think we have enough people nearby that can help him out with that. Oh, but that mace does so much damage. So, to show you what I'm talking about, this is what the Iron Axe does on its own. The mace is still an axe weapon, and its damage is less than the Iron Axe on its own. But its advantage at beating the armor is so massive that it just lets him beat him down. God, it's so good at dealing with them, because the only other real answer for those guys is like magic. Like that's the big alternative to taking them out. Alright, everybody, just move in a little bit. I'm not even sure if we want to wait for Catherine. She's gonna be holding back as it is. But Catherine won't be, but the other two. Oh, now they're moving big. They just you gotta prove me wrong, don't you? Alright, we're gonna let them charge in first and see how they do. But we're gonna walk right up to the border. Give them as much support as we can once they're ready to go in. Charging her? I mean, narratively, I guess it makes sense. They have a lot of beef with Catherine. But, like, as a strategy, that's like the only person you shouldn't be charging.
You. I will be the one to kill you. No other.
You have lost all sense of justice. You want to fight me? So be it. I'll send you to meet your goddess.
Are you implying that his goddess isn't our goddess? Is there a tier of goddess system here? I'm sure we believe ours to be top tier, but can we confirm? Has there been a battle of the deities? I don't think I really even need to worry too much about where I'm going. I'm pretty sure at the start of the next turn, Catherine's just going to charge in there and end him. But just in case, we need to be close enough to move in ourselves. Really? I mean, you do you, Catherine. We can make that work. Get in there with that mace. Is it going to do enough to be worth it? Not really. Steel gauntlets have a better chance at hitting. Maybe I'll hit him with those.
You have been deceived by that witch. I will show you the truth.
Right, I need to keep you out of there, because you're going to be the one to heal people. Swarm? That's some good damage. Alright, let's hang back and just continue just pecking him off. Small hits until we're ready to go in for the big one. Oop, nope. Curve shot, steel bow. Alright, what's his health at? 10? I think that was a good shot for her to try and end it. 10 on the nose. Good job.
Vile woman. Christoph, forgive me.
I never thought I'd see Lonato meet this fate. Well done, everyone.
I don't think anybody
Let's
was
gather our
expecting
troops
him
and go.
to, by the sounds of it, he was often considered one of the good guys. Or at least in favor of helping you guys, whether or not you're the good guys. I have my doubts. Something seems off about the church so far. I mean, we haven't heard anything of anything being, like, so out there that it's a problem. But there's a lot of shady stuff in the background of what's going on. Although the church is going to have some of its secrets no matter
Nice
what.
work, Teach. Still, that fight left a foul taste in my mouth. That aside, did you see how Catherine fought?
Yeah, it was awesome. She just carved right through him.
Agreed. I thought the power of the hero's relics must be exaggerated, but I was clearly wrong. Makes you wonder about that legend. Oh, it's nothing. Just the usual fanciful nonsense. an ancient relic that once cut a mountain in half with a single swing. That's what they say, anyway. But as amazing as Thunderbrand is, I don't think it fits that description.
So maybe we just need to find a better
relics can
one?
harness tremendous power for those with a compatible crest. Though you can technically use one so long as you have any crest at all. Yeah, I don't know. Long story short, I'd like to try cutting a mountain in half someday.
Ooh, are you talking about relics? You'll be able to use one soon, Claude. I just know it. After all, you've already been selected as the next head of House Regan.
Easy there, Hilda. I don't know how apt soon is. My grandfather is still unbearably healthy.
Unbearably healthy.
Is this news to you, Teach? Yours truly was recently recognized as a legitimate child of House Regan. They possess one of the hero's relics too, though I've yet to see it.
I suppose that you haven't seen it is a good sign, because that means you haven't needed to bust out the big weapon.
I officially joined House Regan only last year. Before then, I lived with my father. When I learned that my mother was the daughter of an Alliance noble, I was so surprised I thought the whole world was pulling a fast one on me for a week.
So that means your mother is Duke Regan's daughter, right? Where is she now?
I can't say. My mother's currently living in a different world than the one she grew up in and has no desire to return home.
Okay. You sure have a lot of secrets, don't you?
I'm going to stop it there. So, Claude literally got the dream outcome that people joke about, where your family just got together and was like, hey, by the way, we're not really poor commoners. We're rich noble.
I'm just keeping a promise to my parents. Make of that whatever you will.
Rich nobles.
In exchange for my so-called secrecy, I'm free to do as I please. Which is why I decided to see what the other side of my family was like. That's how I found out about this strange crest I bear.
Professor, Claude, it sounds like the troops will be withdrawing soon. We should return as well.
We won. We should be celebrating. Instead, we're heading back with heavy hearts.
Whoa there, what's
yeah,
the matter?
a lot of guys did
You
seem to
look
know
as
the
sad
guy.
as a kitten without any yarn. If we hadn't done what we did, the rebel army would have followed this road all the way to the monastery. And they would have crushed all the little villages along the way. We stopped that from happening. You should be proud.
Sorry to intrude, but this incident may be more serious than anticipated.
Still doesn't mean it can't weigh heavy on your heart, Claude.
It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
Yeah, people don't tend to respond well to trying to assassinate Lady Pope. I know that's not really her title, but might as well be.
But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as skilled as I had hoped.
I think my students did a lot of the work there.
I am not so sure. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting militia.
And yet they did.
We must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners are civilians. I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Our real concern is what Catherine
Those
reported.
are worrisome
The
words,
secret
lady.
message that was in Lord Lonato's possession. It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best, but a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant vigilance. To that end, I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
We won't let her down.
That is most reassuring. You have my gratitude.
The rite of rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the Knights will be on high alert as well. But there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery. It is far from ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, We cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
You've already clarified that it's going to be my mission for the next month. So I really don't get to choose. Like, you've pretty much said, yeah, the battle's going to happen. Deal with it.
Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The goddess's rite of rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seiros is sure to be in attendance.
All right. So, I am going to take a break here. I will be back momentarily. I'm going to get some food in me. I'm going to probably go for a quick little walk, walk it off. And I will be back shortly for the second half of this pretty lengthy stream that I'm going to be going through. And yeah, we'll finish this off and wait until we're in our room before I actually end the stream. Just so we don't have to wait for too much loading.
Okay, so our task this moon is to patrol and guard the monastery in support of the knights, who are busy trying to stop an assassination plot. Here's the thing. I don't think the bad guys are really trying to assassinate the Archbishop.
I agree. It's a distraction. They wouldn't make it so
Precisely.
obvious.
That secret note with the assassination plot on it, there's just no way that was real. People don't just carry around secret notes.
You really think the assassination plot is just a distraction?
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense. But then, what are they really after?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be so worried. Let's see. It probably involves somewhere that will be empty during the Rite of Rebirth, yeah?
Since the ceremony is at the Goddess Tower, it follows that everywhere else at the Academy will be severely understaffed.
Do you think they're after the church's donation money? I hear noble families tend to donate quite generously.
My bet's on the dining hall. It's a treasure trove of delicious food. Makes me angry just thinking about them getting their grubby hands on it.
Let's split up and look around. I'll keep an eye on the reception hall.
You should get in some training if you have the time, Hilda. There's a good chance we'll have to fight.
We're all gonna have to
Well,
beef
I'm
up
not
before
the only
that.
one who needs to train here. It's not right to single me out like that.
A secret meeting, Professor?
Secret-ish.
We haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Seiros, and that little go-getter there is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril.
You work for Rhea?
Yep, I help Lady Rhea with all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores
This
Rhea.
is a guy who is
That aside,
dedicated
if
to
you need
his
anything,
task.
ask.
Alright, so we're going to walk around the monastery and get to know our new members and hear what some of our current ones think. When I get back, I gotta grab some lunch. So, see you in a bit.